you see something, say something, nobody's gonna get in trouble. We care about you guys, and we want, you guys have 144 pairs of eyes, we do not have in this building. So we all need to work together to keep, the building safe.
And so last thing is, we got the, like she said, we got fire department coming next meeting. And I hate talking about this part, but, it's our reality. These shooters, these active shooters, if Medea comes in this building and starts shooting, we have no idea what to do. We all know Medea. we all know Medea. We want to come out and do a training for you guys, and we want to see how many people sign up for it. Our active shooter training. It's just some little common sense stuff that don't go out and run in the hallway with your bat trying to confront Medea. So things like that. We can. I want to joke about it, but it's happening.
Yeah.
We haven't had a bad thing in Boston yet. But like you said, these kids got guns, and we try to lock down the schools as much as we can, but we're seeing it in buildings. The supermarket, all the elderly people in Buffalo, that they were going shopping. Nobody knew that guy was gonna come in and start shooting. We never know when that moment's gonna happen. So we want to sort of give you guys some kind of. We're not. We want to say. We want to say training, but we want you to have it in the back of your head. We want you guys to have that in the back of your head. That if once it happens, we're all gonna panic. But you remember back to that day where the police came out and told us what to do, what not to do. We want you guys to remember what not to do. Like I said, we all gonna react different when that situation happens to us. God forbid, we hope it never happens. But if it does happen, your kids, your grandkids calling you and say, "Mom, somebody's shooting at my college. Somebody's shooting at my dorm. Somebody's shooting at my school." We want you guys to sort of give that grandchild some comfort on what to do, what not to do. So that's what the training is going to help us with. And the last training that we want to do is not, it's not first aid, but it's called Stop the Bleed. We're all, like I said, we're all getting up in age, and we're all falling, and we're not as steady as we once was. If one of us fall and hit our heads, and the concussion that we start bleeding, we want you to get a shirt, something to kind of stop that bleeding, hold down on the bleeding. Those things we kind of want you guys to know in case you ever need it. We got grandkids that run around in the park all day. If they fall and cut themselves, we want you guys to be able to jump up real quick and apply that until EMS gets there. Our EMS here in the city is good for the most part, but on a hot July 4th day where they're going to 50 different incidents, you guys might be that one there that can apply that tourniquet or that t-shirt or your handkerchief, whatever you got. Take that jacket off and stop that cover that blood spot. Those things are something that we all can do, and if we never train on it or we never see it done, once that moment comes, we're all gonna panic. Same thing with us. Like I said, I was in training all the last couple of weeks of going into a building saving kids if there was ever a shooting incident. They have trained us so much that it's kind of like in the back of my head. So now in that moment when I get that 911 call to show up to the Land Academy or show up to the Trotter, okay, I'm ready because I've been trained. I know what to do, So we want you guys to have that insight in the back of your head. So if that situation ever happens, we're not panicking, we're not freezing up. A lot of times we find that people freeze up because we've never, this is a different situation now. It's a different time that we're living in. Everybody has guns. Everybody got this chip on their shoulder where nobody can talk to each other anymore. The first thing they're doing is blasting your head off. That's the first thing there's no reason no more. I don't know what happened with that part of our like sort of society, but we're seeing it, and it's only a matter. I hope we go into a place where it's getting better, but we don't see it that way. So we gotta train for when that situation happens, you know, if it ever happens. Like I said, it's good that if it happens, we'll be like, yeah, I remember when that officer came out, and told us what to do, what not to do, how to do it, how to offer some advice to our other family members that may call you guys. That's what the training is gonna sort of do. So that's the last thing I had to say. Any suggestions for our youth here? We got the elders. Any suggestions for our youth here?
Oh my God.
What does he do? Are you part of
So he's in school now, but he's gonna be working with us for the summer.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, we're trying to get as many of our youth
Amen.
to interact with us. And like I said, I'll be retiring, and these are the people that's gonna be taking over.
Yeah.
So, we want them to have some different ideas of policing. We got our stuff works, our stuff don't work, but they might have a different mind of looking at something and say, okay, hey, we need to do it this way. So these are our youth is the one that's gonna be taking over,
Do, you still have the, police academy, or have you reactivated it? You said he's here for the summer.
So yeah, he's gonna be doing our teen academy over the summer.
That's the Explorer program.
So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did he
So,
still have the Explorer program?
We don't have the
Used to be.
Explorer program just yet.
Okay.
So, because with COVID and the pandemic, we limited our exposure. So what our teen academy is gonna be, like I said, is we want them to, we're gonna work on how to keep their credit scores down, how to manage credit cards, how to manage bank accounts, how to manage their hygiene. We're gonna do some little bit of exercising with them, because, we want that, he's gonna be going into college soon, finishing high school, so you're becoming, an adult. So I wish I had that kind of training when I was becoming an adult. I had like 15 different credit cards out there running like I had the money to pay them off. So I learned the hard way. The store was giving them out to me, and I was taking them, and my mom said, hold up, be careful. But
And
I have a question for,
we're doing this fine.
being, how old you are, 17, 18? 15? Oh, okay.
Okay, speak up.
You know what I wanna say is, ADLs, all that stuff is cool, right? But when I'm talking about peer pressure, because it's so easy for, especially a young man, working, making money and stuff like that, it's so easy to be thrown into something that ain't for you. And I hope that you have enough courage enough to say no.
There you go.
Go about your business.
Do you remember anything that we talked about in the interview?
Yeah.
How you wanna explain what it is?
For me personally, I don't really care what people think of me, so like if it's not peer pressure means it's something I don't wanna do, they just call me paying for it, I really do not care. And I know that if I don't do these things, it's gonna be better for me, not for me, with the cool people and the amount of stuff that we do.
So you encourage, this is a personal question. Is your family?
Yeah.
Alright, you've already established.
So what we did with our youth is that, we went over the peer pressure stuff, and we went over the snitching stuff and the not snitching stuff. You at the end of the day, me at the end of the day, gotta be accountable for me. He has to be accountable for him. I'm not going to jail for such and such here and such here. If I go to jail, it's something I did. I'm not going to jail for what other cops did. So we went through that with them. Like I said, if you're in a car and somebody in there with marijuana and you're under 21, we want them to have enough knowledge to say, okay, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, we're friends, but I don't grow that way, or I got enough sense in my head to know that, that you're not supposed to smoke until you get 21. If there's a weapon in that car, guys, I'll catch you later. I'll check you tomorrow at school or whatever. We want them to be able to think kind of for themselves, and if they do get caught or do get in trouble, that's their responsibility, because with all you know, by our parents to a certain degree, and then we kind of left out there to sort of rely back to that knowledge. So we want them to be able to say, okay, you know, these are the things that I was taught from my parents. I know, you know, he's gonna have a lot of girls chasing him. So, back in my day, but, you know, when it was time to come to my common senses, you know, we want them to sort of, have that in the back of their mind. We want them to be, teens, we want them to be youth, but that serious stuff that we need to keep a mind of, we want them to be able to rely back to that.
Do you have females in this program?
We do. We have a lot of females in our program, and a lot of our staff are female officers. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna, so when you go through our police academy as a female, we're extra tough on you because you're gonna have to stand up to that, you know, once we get a call, we can't pick and choose not to go. The one thing that we cannot do is, if they give you a 911 call, you gotta go to that 911 call. There's no discretion. And it doesn't matter if you're a female or male, you still have to go to that. If there's a call for a person with a gun, that female officer still has to go to that call. What's good is that, you know, we go for her backup. The female officers, we usually go as backup. We're good at that. But there might be that one instance where she got to fend for herself until her backup shows up. So our female officers, I put my hands up to them. They're extra trained hard, and when they pass the academy and graduate, they are the most strong females, that we put out there to the city. Those female officers are really go through a lot. They do go through a lot.
That's what we're made of.
Any other questions? Any other questions for us? Any other questions for my young man here? No? Okay. All right, so we're gonna do a couple rounds of bingo. We have these cards here.